guys, so as promised, here's some sample images from the 50mm 1.4 Canon lens, and I'll give you a wide sample of images from my past shoots to give you an idea of what this lens can achieve. Here's one from a fashion show. It's fairly dark in the catwalk and the stage, so I shot this at 1.4. These are raw unedited photos as they came out of the camera, and you can see the widest aperture there, nice background blur. Here's a few more of the guys as they came out, and there's a few selected images. Good thing about these images are you can crop them because you can get rid of the crowd. So here you can see the great background blur on that now there, even though there's people in the way. I kind of took a picture of his camera to show the lighting in the background, and in between the shows they have a break, so there's a stand set up. So here's some portraits with the Canon 50mm 1.4, a few shots of the stands, and then the show will start again. So this is another segment, and again here you can see the quality of the lens, clear optics and great shot. So that was low down, so I was kind of pointing upwards, and you can see there it's getting the crowd in as well. So if that's needed, they will have you'll have a shot list and you'll know what you need to shoot, so make sure you get all the right shots. But here, yeah, so 50mm backstage shots here, a few to show you the background bokeh and just the details you can achieve with this lens. And here's one for Uz's couture fashion blog that I did, and this one is going to be something you can use for portraits. So you can see here it's a great portrait lens, but this is actually shot with the 1.8 Canon. So just to give you a comparison, in terms of image quality, there's not a big difference between the two lenses. So if you've got a 1.8 lens, you'll find the plastic nifty 50, and you can see it's great. It's just the final feel and what you think feels right. So the 50mm, I've got the 1.4, I prefer that, but these ones here were taken with the 1.8 just to give you an idea. So again, lovely shots, and they can be cropped, and in the description you can see a link to the work. This is for Uz's couture fashion blog. It was a lookbook that we did for them. So there you go, that's an overview of some of those. I've got a few more shots here that I can show you. So this is of a BPYC Mela coverage. The 1.4 nicely isolates from the background, so if you're in a tight situation, like for example here with the crowd shots, getting the atmosphere shots, then you can see this lens can kind of bring out the subject nicely from the background. And this is a guy just dancing away in the crowd there, and you can see the background blur is nice, and the focal range is good as well. In terms of using the 50mm 1.4 compared to the 1.8 to the 1.2, it's not a big difference, to be fair. You'll see a lot of reviews online. The bokeh is very similar to the 1.2, and you can achieve this with the 1.4 at a lower price, obviously. So if you want to make sure this lens is on your list, because this is going to bring out some quality images for you. Again, here this is a Photographic Society shoot I did, and you can see Birmingham Library in the background, and again there the nice background blur brings the subjects out nice and clean, and it kind of brings your attention to them. There's another fun image I've got here of the Apple zombie guys, because all zombies are Apple users. And you can see again there they've got the background blur nicely, and a few more here just to kind of show you the detail of the image. So here you can see I've isolated the individual in the middle, and she's dressed as a zombie for that zombie event, and you can see the clarity of the image there inside the glasses, how good you can see the color rendition. And obviously this is a raw image shot from the camera. It's not been any edits done to this yet. So there you go, that's giving you an overview of some of those. And what you can also use the lens for is I use it for light painting, where I actually open it up wide. This was taken at f11 just to give you an idea of how it performs from obviously the 1.4 to the higher ranges. So f11 here, I used my LED Youngnuo 300 light where I waved it and I did a long exposure on a tripod, and this was for MI Bandits. It's for Respro UK masks. It was like a pollution project that they wanted done. So here you can see these images just to give you an idea of that. So there you go, sample photos 1.4 Canon.